morning, everybody. Colter Brown here from the Northern Ag Network. We're broadcasting from Kansas City this week at the National Association of Farm Broadcasting Convention. Excited to bring you some of the stories about what's happening in the national ag world. This morning, though, we're going to talk about the cow market and fake meat, as Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer introduced legislation that would require the word imitation to be placed on any cell-cultured or plant-based meat products. U.S. Cattlemen's Association President Justin Tupper, who's also the owner of St. Onge Livestock, hailed the introduction of the Real Marketing Edible Artificials Truthfully or MEAT Act. Tupper said that as new alternatives and substitutes are brought to the market, it's important that consumers remain confident in national food safety and labeling programs. He said what's on the label should be inside the package. Well, lots of eyes on the cow market right now, both culls and bred cows. We have seen some pressure on the cull cow market lately as more have been brought to town with more open cows this year, so we're expecting to see Montana cow numbers lower come January 1. Now, in the bred cow market, we are seeing prices that are 20 to 30% stronger than a year ago. That's because calf prices are providing the incentive to expand. Now, there are still challenges. We're not totally out of drought conditions. Ranch finances are stressed by years of high costs, and interest rates are the highest in a generation. However, I think we can expect to see those bred cow prices continue to increase over the coming months. Just this week at the Reminisce Angus commercial sale in Dillon, we saw 510 bred heifers average $25.52. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll be back with more on our ag markets in an hour.
We asked Montana farmer Walt Sales about the challenges of mental health in agriculture.
Another drought. There always is. There's always going to be another something. I grew up in a generation of you pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. But it's become evident is what do you do if you can't even find those bootstraps? If you need to talk to somebody, go to beyondtheweather.com for free counseling for Montana ag producers.
Hello everyone, Brett McRae here with your farm and ranch news and your markets from the Northern Ag Network. Well, as Colter mentioned this morning, we're in Kansas City for the National Convention of the National Association of Farm Broadcasting in Kansas City. That's the trade association that represents farm broadcasters like us across the nation. The convention's theme this year is Homecoming, celebrating the culture, history, and advancements of the association while focusing on the future of the industry and, of course, reporting the latest farm and ranch news. A couple of the major topics this year at the convention that we'll be discussing and sharing with you is challenges to AM radio that we've seen this year and, of course, the Farm Bill. It's a great event for farm broadcasting here in Kansas City, of course, a place with lots of historical significance for agriculture in this nation. Cattle futures continue to firm this week after poor performance over the last month. Cash cattle trade has been slower to develop this week. The Miles City Livestock Commission feeling that recent pressure from CME values. Light four-weight steers $15 to $25 lower from $307 to $315 per hundredweight. Slaughter ewes at the public auction yards this week mostly steady from 51 to 58 cents. Wheat futures mostly lower on Wednesday. The trends are still lower, although prices are in a good position for a rally, with wheat values among their lowest in over 2 years. Thanks for tuning in to your Farm and Ranch news from the Northern Ag Network. I'm Brett McRae.